Alan, Wasalan, and Ashakran you for viewing, for streaming, for even giving me your time, your patience to explain my process, my comprehension of religion, my comprehension of any book that I read. Now you're with the Nasty Pastor, and we're back with another chapter reading from The Fall of America, a book from out of the Islam, from out of the Muslim community, written and published, you know what I mean, by the minister Elijah Muhammad, you know, one of the first teachers in the black community to present Islam to the black community. So if you haven't already, please go over to my YouTube channel at The Nasty Pastor. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and put your notifications on. If you haven't already and you are a Facebook account holder, please go to The Nasty Pastor, The Fall of America, and share it. Like it, comment, put your notifications on. You got me? It's enlightened me to read this, so I know it has to enlighten you to either hear it or I've motivated you to go get the book and read it yourself. You know what I mean? And if you do have the book, continue to read along with me. You know what I mean? It's a lot of food, it's a lot of knowledge, it's a lot of insight to digest. So do it slowly. You feel what I'm saying? Don't try to read this overnight. Do it slowly. Take your time, analyze each chapter, and look around and see what part you have played in the fall of America. You feel what I'm saying? Because we all have. There's some things I've read where I'm like, okay, I can admit to myself, I played that role in my life for a while. You got what I'm saying? I played that role in my life for a while, but I've also recognized my wrong in playing that role in my life and changed some things up. So once again, like I said, you know what I mean? Keep pushing forward, keep standing in your truth, keep fighting, and you know, keep your arm on. You know what I mean? You know, you put on panties and boxers in the morning, you wash in the morning, you brush your teeth in the morning, hopefully you're saying your prayers in the morning. Don't leave out the house without your armor on. You feel what I'm saying? Do not leave out the house without your armor on. Always protect yourself. I know women out here that keep condoms in their pocketbook, in their purse, their pocketbook, their brooch, their bag, their glove compartment. Why? Because they don't trust men to be that responsible. You feel me? They don't trust men to be that responsible, and they're not going to leave the fate of their life in your hands. Look, let's get into this chapter reading, and this chapter title is The Dead Are Rising. They seek their own. And this is chapter 9 we're on. And before we get started, let me just look at the pages of how far we have to go so I know whether or not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're going to make this a two-part reading. The dead are we, the black once slaves of the white man of America. We are a mentally dead people. How many of y'all can agree with that? We are dead to the knowledge of self and others. How many of y'all can agree with that? Dead to the knowledge of self and others. If you don't know yourself, how can you know anyone else? How can you see the traits of you, your bad or your good characteristics in anyone else? The knowledge of self has now come to us from God, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad. to whom praises are due forever. Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever, is a man. His teachings bring us into reality and not into some kind of spooky or spirit or ghost-like teaching. Now, I heard about Master Farad when I was in prison, and I've done some research in it now because I was speaking about how a Jewish man entered America and brought Islam, the Islam religion, culture, way of life into the black community and allowed a black minister to lead the Muslim faith within the black community. Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever, is the all-wise and living God. He desires that we see him as he is a human being and not something beyond the family of human beings. Spookisms. We could never ask a formless spirit to lead us because we are not a formless spirit ourselves. Man can only listen to man. Man cannot listen to other than man. And I have proof. We just never were able to obey anything but ourselves. We, the once dead mentally, are coming to the knowledge of life. When we learn this lesson of the living, it will destroy the belief in the other in other than ourselves. Bringing us up in slavery time, putting us to a mental death, was something that the slave master and his children did because of their desire to make us into something that was other than the truth. In order to be able to keep your minds enslaved from the visit of God in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever. The time now has come to us, as it is written, that on the day of judgment we will see God, and he is Bible Revelations 1 through 7. The rise of the dead. Excuse me. The rise of the dead does not by any means mean what you and I were taught when we were little boys and little girls. And even while we are little boys and little girls in man and woman age, we are still pushed on a baby side for understanding of the truth. We, the black people, are not longer babies. We are babies to no one except God himself. You are last learning that you are not babies anymore, but on your rise up from the dead knowledge of black self and others. We're gonna leave off at that part. Yeah, we'll leave off at that part right there. Where we at? Yeah, we'll leave off at that part right there. And what do you think so far? You know what I mean? Because he's right. You know, if you're not in the world moving around and knowledge of self, then you're dead. You feel what I'm saying? You're a dead soul walking out here not having knowledge of yourself. You know, I've met people that I can see myself in them. I've met people that I think alike. You know what I mean? We think alike. I've met people that some of my actions are their actions, and it was easy for us to get along and agree with one another because we both stand in the same righteousness or point of views we have pushed across or we have fought for in our lives. You feel what I'm saying? So please, go get knowledge of yourself. Stop letting a person tell you who you are. You figure what I'm saying? Figure out who you are. You know, start looking at yourself. Start answering your own questions. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you 30 years old, you don't live a little. You feel what I'm saying? You're able to ask yourself what's wrong. You may not get a definite answer. You feel what I'm saying? But you're working on figuring it. And sometimes the people around you can tell you, they can show it to you, they can give you the best understanding in the world and go get you some help. You feel what I'm saying? But if you're not going to take what they say seriously, you're not going to go get any help until you hit your lowest point in your life. You understand? You get it? I'm not going to say I was at my lowest point in life, but I did go get me some help. I saw something wrong in me, and I said, yeah, it's time to check myself in a mental hospital. So that's what I did. You feel what I'm saying? But anywho, anyway, you've been with the Nasty Pastor. We just wrapped up chapter 9, part 1. And I just say this to you, you know what I mean? Stay alive. Keep hope alive. Keep striving. Keep making steps forward in your life. As I said, we're getting ready to enter into a new season. Let's get up off the BS of 24 and let's make 2025 so alive. I love you and I'm out.